Mariah Carey is getting real about her estranged sister, Allison. She tells The Guardian she doesn't feel guilty about how different their lives turned out. Mariah is, of course, a legend. Her sister reportedly has a drug problem, as well as run-ins with the law allegedly for prostitution. Now, Mariah did go on the record and say that she has, quote, I do as much privately as anybody would do for people who have not been very considerate of me, to put it mildly. So she says she's been trying to help her privately, but should she do more?
I'm sure she's done a lot. I mean, I can't imagine that, your sister's going through a hard time where you guys take different paths and you become the icon that Mariah Carey is and you don't help your family out. I mean, I just can't imagine that to be true.
She was saying how, she has said in previous interviews that her sister's prostitution work, her sex work, like in her kids, was like some of the money that she used to buy her own outfits, was like the outfit she used, or her sister bought her the outfit that she wore when she met Tommy Mottola. I don't know. It's just like,
wait, what happened?
Yeah.
What?
Sorry.
Wait, her sister used the money she got
so
from
her
prostitution.
sister was helping, basically, like Mariah grew
Helping.
Mariah grew up basically in rough circumstances, and she's saying that some of the money that the family used was from the acts that her sister would do. And so Mariah, would use that money for things. Like, basically, her sister supported her before Mariah could support her sister.
Yes.
Does that make sense?
Yep.
Yeah.
Right.
But I feel like, I do agree with what you said, but we have to remember that Mariah's been going through things herself. In 2001, she was diagnosed the first time with being bipolar, and she lived in denial for years up until recently. Yeah. So imagine running around for 16 years, not knowing what's wrong with you, and living in denial about it and not taking care of it. Mariah had her own problems. She also had financial problems. Her career was going to for a long time.
Long time.
So you can't give somebody else your energy until you have figured yourself out.
Yeah, and I'm sure she threw money at the problem several times, but I was actually really pleased to read this interview with her. I felt that it was like one of the most introspective, interviews she's given in a really long time. It feels like she's actually taking the time to get herself better and address these issues. I feel like this was the most human we have heard her.
I agree.
In a long time. I mean, she took responsibility. She talked about things so openly and candidly with Tommy Mottola, which we heard whispers about for years and years and years.
That
about
she
how
talk
he was,
about. But that NDA, but that statute of limitations went away.
And just basically was saying, my 20s were controlled by somebody that basically allowed me to exist. I had to ask permission to basically take a deep breath. So I feel like at this point in her life, this is where Mariah's going to turn the page and really live to her full